What's going on, everybody? Sunny here, back again with another MyNBA 2k18 video. We have our second King of the Court of the year. We're going to jump into these challenges, man. I'm going to give you some tips on doing these challenges and being the most successful that you can actually do. We're going to look at the rewards and look at everything we can get. First thing we're going to check out is the rewards, because again, that's what everybody cares about the most. You know, what can we get out of these? 1 through 50, which I have never gotten in my life, but definitely takes a lot of grinding. But DeAndre Jordan is the king of the court, and then the Chris Paul foil point guard, which is pretty sweet. 51 to 500, DeAndre Jordan, 2 of them, so you can pro them up, which is really good. 501 to 1,000, we got 1 Chris Paul foil. And then Serge Ibaka Epic Prime foil. I swear they've already done this Serge Ibaka before. But on down, 1,001 to 1,750. This is more my range. This is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for that Chris Paul point guard foil. Those are really nice. The foil cards help out so much in these type of events because they don't typically use foil cards when you're playing the AI and stuff. So Serge Ibaka is the next one, Epic Prime, and then it goes down from there. Tony Allen is our Epic foil, Tyson Chandler, and then the last one, Andre Iguodala. So even if you only play a couple games, man, jump on here. You can at least get a free Iguodala foil card, which might be able to help out your deck. So instead of just showing you the rules and stuff, I'm going to jump into some actual games, give you some tips. But before we do that, keep in mind that this is a 15-card lineup. So it's your best 15 cards. Positions do not matter. Obviously, depending on your position, you're going to have some that are strong on offense or defense, some that are strong in rebounding, some that are stronger in playmaking. So it's good to have a variety. But if you can't do it, like me, I just put in my best 15 players. My best 15, those are what I work with. One thing to note on your cards, if you have foil cards will definitely help because a lot of the AI don't use foil cards. So foil cards are a level or 2 above the regular card, and they will definitely beat out, like this Kyrie Irving foil elite will beat out just about every single elite that the AI puts on the board. It's also the same with when you do the extra level, when you put in the superchargers on there. So if you have 15 supercharged cards, you can supercharge any pro player to give an extra level. I found very rarely do they ever have supercharged cards on there. So this Josh Richardson Epic Pro player will be able to beat out almost all pro players or Epic Pro players. If you look at the bottom of the screen, we got 5 little bars. Those are the amounts of times that you can actually play. Each time you play a game, it refills every 15 minutes. So I've played 2 games so far. Just to get a quick overview of it or whatever. Make sure everything is still the same. But hit the play button. It's going to randomly choose 6 cards from your 15 card total. So the 6 cards that were chosen for me are at the bottom of the screen. We got 5 tiers or 5 levels that we need to beat. Sometimes on each level, you're going to have a ×2 multiplier, which means that if you beat that opponent at the ×2, you get twice as many points. They don't always show up on every level, but sometimes when you do, you're going to want to think about if you can actually use those cards to be able to beat them. Sometimes it is not in the best interest to beat it because you want your whole objective is to get it to the top and beat the top guy because you get an overall multiplier of 2 every time you win. So just because you can beat one level at 1 ×2, you only get twice as many points at that level. But you want to be able to beat the whole entire thing and get twice as many for your whole score, which is better. So one thing to note when you're doing these challenges, man, these decks, these AI decks, pretty much mimic your own deck. So my best card in my overall deck right now is an Epic Prime Pro player, which is down there at the bottom left. I actually pulled him out of my 6. And so his best card on the AI deck is going to be an Epic Prime Pro. Same exact deck levels. I have 3 elites, regular elite cards, and so the AI is going to have 3 regular elite cards. Same with the regular elites. The number of elites you have and the number of epics you have, it's going to do it exactly like your deck is. So whether or not you have a strong deck or a weaker deck, it's still not going to make a difference because the AI is going to pretty much mimic card for card exactly what you have. So you're going to have to keep note or mental note of what cards are being played from the AI and what cards are available. So there's an elite on the board, so that takes away one of the elites. I only have 1 elite. You always want to try to make it to the last level with 2 cards left. That's my personal strategy because you're going to want to have it. You're going to need 2 cards that can beat your best card. If you don't have 2 cards that is possible to beat your best card, then you might be stuck at the very end. If they pull the Epic Prime Pro, then you're going to be in trouble because you might not have enough stats to be able to knock them out. So I'm going to skip the ×2 because I don't want to get rid of my elite card on the very first level. So it's going offense and playmaking, defense and playmaking. It's randomly chosen, so you're going to want to pick a card that's going to be able to beat any card on the deck, no matter which is chosen. Since it's random, you're gonna want to make sure that no matter which side is chosen, that it's gonna be able to beat it. So check the stats, make sure your guys are good enough to be able to beat it, and if they are, just be sure they choose them. That way you can knock them out without having to worry about it. Dwight Howard and Dwight Howard. In this particular case, this is a good example. You see my card is exactly the same as the Dwight Howard. Same stats, same everything. Cards that are exactly the same will knock them out. So that's a pretty easy choice for me. Anytime I have a duplicate card or see a duplicate card, I'm going to pick it because I know that my card's going to win. If you have the exact same stats, you will win every time. So then the next one, we got a ×2 multiplier again. Still haven't seen the Prime Pro player yet, so that's still available. We have another elite, so that knocks out the second elite choice that they could possibly have. So I'm going to take this one. This is my foil card, and the AI actually doesn't use the foil cards. At least I haven't seen them use the foil cards. So if you have foil cards, your foil cards are always going to be better than the regular cards. These Epic Primes right here, the Epic Prime foils are always going to be better than the regular Epics. So it's good if you have those. And now we have 2 elites on the board. We're looking at rebounding and defense, and again, my Kevin Durant, I want to make sure that my rebounding and defense is going to be better. You see, for the ×2, my rebounding is better, but my defense is not better, so that's where your support cards are going to come in. Be sure that you have support cards that are going to be able to use for the game. So I'm going to pick my +7 on my defense. That way it bumps up my defensive stats. Pick him. Pick the Klay Thompson because I know that my guy's going to beat it. And it picked defense. So good thing I was able to use my support card. Gives me extra stats. Jumped up above him. Was able to take him out. And now the very last level, we got the Prime Pro player, which is the one that I got. Since I have 2 cards left, I know I'm going to be able to take them out without a problem. Don't even have to look at the stats. And there, we took care of it. We got +2 on 4 out of the 5 of them, and then got a ×2 multiplier at the very end. So 9 total points. ×2 for winning gives me 18 total. And when you win a game, it gives you 10 picks on the draft board. You got to keep an eye out for those hot streaks, which gives you another ×2 if I would have used a ×2 right there. Instead of getting 18, I would have got 36 points. So those times 2 really help. If you lose a game, it gives you 5 picks. So winning gives you 10, losing gives you 5 picks. I definitely love these because it gives you a ton of picks to be able to use to train your cards and do all that other stuff. Plus, it gives you a chance to pull some, like for me, I'm at the elite tier, so it gives me a chance to be able to pull some elite cards. I did pull one elite. I've only pulled one elite before. It was that Kevin Durant that's on my deck right now. But again, just to be sure to note that the AI, like I said, is going to mimic almost your deck exactly. So right now, my best card is the Epic Prime Pro. The AI is going to have 1 Epic Prime Pro, and he's going to have 4 Elite cards. I was thinking that I only had 3 in the deck when I was playing just a second ago, but I do have 4. So they're going to have 4, and I have right now 5 Epic Primes. And so they're going to have 5 Epic Primes. And then I have 5 Epic Pros. And so they're going to have 5 Epic Pros. The thing that I guess makes you better than the rest of them with the same deck or tier level is cards like this that are foil cards. They're always going to be better. And the AI doesn't use the foil cards. So that's going to give you an advantage. Also, another advantage is the superchargers. So if you have a pro player, you can supercharge the player. It gives you 1 extra level. You see he's 21 out of 21 instead of just being 20 out of 20. So both of those things are going to help you win more games. And just keep in mind to always try and save 2 cards for the end. Your bottom 2 cards down here need to be able to beat your best card just in case the deck, your 6 cards are your 6 worst cards in here. So if I pull the bottom 6, that means the best case scenario, I'm left with 2 of these lower level cards, and as long as those 2 cards can beat my best one, then I'm good and I can win. And then last thing, hot streaks. Again, when you have hot streaks, gives you twice as many points. Those are the ones that you want to make sure that you win the match, because not only do you get ×2 for winning, but then you get ×2 for your hot streak. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, man. I hope this helped you out. I tried to make, I thought that this would be a little bit better instead of doing just the overview, as to actually show you some gameplay to show you what it actually looks like. But anyway, I'll check y'all in the next one, man. Good luck. Get you some points. Get you some free cards. I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Peace.